You never think that any day you're gonna lose anybody, so it was just kind of, hey, this side or the other, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm Brennan McDonough. I am a former ground mount hotshot. I worked for the City of Prescott Fire Department for 2.5 years. I started my career in 2011, and it tragically ended in June 30th, 2013, when I lost 19 of my brothers. As a crew, we were called to the Yarnell Hill Fire, and our job as a crew was to establish an anchor point at the heel of the fire. And they decided to, post up a lookout for the crew. And so that's when they asked me to be the lookout. Later in that afternoon, we had heard about a wind shift, and when it started going east is about the time that I decided it was a good time to get out of there, and so did my captain. When I started hearing him in calling for airdrops, that's when I knew stuff was getting serious. The fire was, pushing forward really fast.
Breaking in on Liberty Road 16. Right around hot shots. Bravo 3-3 operation. You copying that on air ground?
The moment that it changed for me is when I heard them say they're going to deploy their shelters. In my 2.5 years, I've never had to do that.
Okay, I'm here with Red Mountain Hot Shots. Our escape route has been cut off. We are preparing a deployment site. We are burning out around ourselves in the brush.
Everything just froze. We just lost 19 men. I just lost my support, I lost my career. I lost my brothers. I lost what kept me on the straight and narrow. And even though I had an outpouring of support, I never felt so alone in my life. I felt guilty that I'm the one that survived. Why am I the person that gets to go home to my daughter? It fucked me up. It really, I don't know how else to put it. There's not a day that didn't go by that I didn't relive what happened. I couldn't get away from it in my sleep, and I couldn't get away from it in my community. To me, those memorial shirts and stickers and plaques were just another reminder that they were dead and what I had seen that day. Unhealthy habits, started to fill my life. I just drank and drank and drank and drank and drank. Me being depressed was just my new normal. Me having anxiety, panic attacks, me suffering from nightmares and lack of sleep was just my new normal that I had to live with. I couldn't continue to every day of my life feel the guilt and shame that I felt for surviving and let it hurt my daughter. And I remember dropping her off, and I felt like she just couldn't wait to see her mom because of the lack of me being a dad. And I started driving home about 30 minutes into my drive, and I grabbed my gun and I put it to my head. And the radio, a song came on. And earlier that day, me and my daughter were dancing in the living room. That was my 15 minutes of energy to be able to spin her around and watch her laugh and giggle, and that's the image God showed me. So I unloaded the gun and threw it in the back seat front. I can't even remember where I put it. And I drove home, but I still didn't know who to reach out to. I know I needed help. I knew a little bit about what PTSD was and kind of what it was about, and to me, I guess I just wasn't willing to admit that I had it, One of the reasons why it's so tough to reach out is because of this stigma of being a fireman, a firefighter, that, we can do anything, we can get through anything. I think there is a mentality, the suck it up mentality, and sometimes it takes a long time. It takes years for people to realize the effect. Right now in life, I'm just in a place where I have a lot of room to grow. My life's been changed, and it's been changed for the better with counseling, how it's made this tragedy something I can live with. What I've learned through my journey is that, first and foremost, the PTSD is real, and that it compounds, and then it really takes hold of your life, and it not only affects me as a person, but my family and the people that are around me. And so you're not alone. This is something that many of us go through, and we can't even begin to comprehend it until we take the step to get the help we need. And it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you fail. It makes you stronger as a person to better understand who you are, so you can be a better service to your community.